Happy New Year to you. And if you've had a great break, well done. It's sort of, this week's a bit like a smack in the face, isn't it? Like, coaching. Because it's really difficult the first week back after that little break. So if you celebrate Christmas or you don't, I just hope you've been able to just have a little bit of a switch off, because most and a lot of people were lucky enough to be off from the 19th of December up until the 5th. Great break. But it just goes like that. What I do love is after Boxing Day, when everyone's done one, Scouse terminology, do one, then I had that break with just family, of actually not having to think what I need to do next. I mean, that's a break in itself, isn't it? You know, and if you have soup or a turkey sandwich with a cracker, that's fine. And I think this week is all about that. You know, it's all about sustainability and renewability and recycling and upcycling. And I think that's the New Year's resolution. If you're going to do it, just try it. But in order to fit that, I just think, you know, don't throw anything away and eat what you can. And next week, then we can start properly in reducing what we're eating and drinking and all that. Now, normally I do dry January, but I have quite a lot of weekends that are filled in January, February, and it's so in March already. Slow down. So I might just do January. So it's like a little partake, not all, but some. So I could just have maybe drinks at the weekend and not in the week. So, you know, January. So I do better. It's to prove that I'm not an alcoholic, and it sometimes works. If you are one for doing New Year's resolutions, do you know it went back to the ancient Romans, who they used to promise things to their gods? No, I'm not promising nothing. Pointless, because by mid-February, all is out the window. It's all about what's going to make you feel better this year. If you manifest something, if you believe in that, that's great. Are you going to look after yourself a bit more? Give yourself a little time, because we know that before we know it, the Christmas tree's gone. Well, actually, it hasn't. Slap me, it's still up. But before the Christmas tree goes back, it'll be out again. And then what have you done this year? So it's all about, and I think it's all about you. Be a little bit selfish. And it's fine to do that, because you give yourself a lot, whether it's work, family, friends, just don't give any New Year's resolutions. Just give yourself some time to enjoy the little things, even if it's outdoor. I actually quite like Joe Baker's post yesterday. She had admin to do, which we all do as a small business. You know, the door doesn't shut at 5 o'clock and everyone goes to sleep and has a brew or a glass of wine. January. She took her admin out to Lotherton Hall. That's looking after yourself. Like it, love it, Joe. Bring it on. Anybody else wants to do admin? I can see it now. All the businesses that have that admin day sitting at Lotherton Hall looking at penguins. It'll be a beautiful thing. A lot of you might have heard some noises last night. I thought initially, because I live on the Fairburn estate, that there was the air ambulance about, and I was a bit concerned because I thought, oh, panic, you know, hope not, things happened on Selby Road, because the noise seemed to be coming from that side. It turns out Tesco's Express car park were actually putting new lines on the car park. To be fair, needed to happen a long time ago, which is great. Haven't been yet, don't know what I'm going to see, but yeah, people were tending, you know, if you look at Express and then you've got a few parking spaces, and people were parking at the end where people would normally turn. I'm just going to dump my car here because I think it's a space. So hopefully they've sorted that problem out. I generally park on the other side and walk and get out easier. That's just how I do things. Now, the train line, their strap line, as of December, because obviously the train's going to and from and in Leeds and out to York, are going to have a little bit of a turn. Apparently, the strap line was more trains, more seats. Well, that's a lie. Liars. Is it going to check? Where are these? Because you've taken one train off from East Garforth, and all that does, doesn't it, is just start the rumours again, as if someone's dug up a load of soil and start the rumours about East Garforth train station doing one. It's said it for years and years. In fact, as long as, I think, when I used to work in town many moons ago, about 20 years ago, everyone thought that East Garforth train station was going to go. Now, they have been doing some work, so you can only get trained to Micklefield, because they've obviously been connecting all the electricy bits between Micklefield and York. And I suspect we'll get it this end next. So there may be, I know that people are travelling to Micklefield by train and then having to get, if they're going on to York or whatever, they're then having to get a coach. So I suspect that will happen at this end at some point in not the too distant future. So just be aware of that. But no, there is no more trains, there is no more seats, because if you're going to take a train off, which they have done, they did have about 3 or 4 trains leaving from East Garforth, and now there's 2 in the morning, which is handy. Do you think they've put some more carriages on? No, they haven't. No, they haven't. So all you're going to get is really annoyed people standing and paying £72 just to get to Leeds and having to stand under somebody's sweaty armpit there and back. Come on, sort it out. Don't give me a strapline and do nothing about it. Rubbish. Anywho, we did talk about it last year about getting a drone over the issues of Green Lane, Church Lane and Nylands, where the traffic issues are a pain in the ass. And I've had my drone inspection done to see where the possibility, can we do it? Yes, we can. If it's not been done already, and don't worry, I've ticked all the boxes, of can we use a drone? Yes, have. So that's been done, and that will be going to the council. And don't worry, it's not going to go on any social media pages. Oh, look at that guy, look at Billy, I can see you down there. Ooh. It's not going to be like that. It's literally private, confidential. This gives you, the council, a better overall look at the dangers, the hazards, the traffic issues, the pain in the backside issues, mainly the dangers of them 3 roads at certain times. So we've sort of picked between 3 and 4 o'clock, and that'll be going to the council, private and confidential document that just shows the people that need to make the changes happen. So fingers crossed that goes well. January is horrible, more so for accountants. If you are self-employed, small shop, small business, and you haven't got your self-assessment tax form in yet, you've only got a couple of weeks. Be kind to your accountant and get them in as soon as possible. If you were able to do that over the holidays, I'm sorry, it is a ball ache. And I don't want to be smug, but I send mine in May. Because if I don't, it plays on my head, but I know that's not the case for everybody. But if you are just still doing that, there's going to be certain charges and different charges how HMRC, lovely, are going to do things, and you don't want to be charged for things. So please do get them in by the 31st of January to your accountant, or if you did do it yourself. We did have, excuse me, I need clearly another sip of coffee. If you've not got involved yet or scan the QR code, we have put lots of information up on our socials, and it'll sit on the website for the Garforth Community Flood Forum Workshop, which is going to take place on the 17th of January in the Welfare Hall from 10 to 1. They need 20 people to do this pilot scheme. Do go and look at all the details. They are on our social media. There's 2 pages of information. I have been working with the people that have been doing this pilot scheme. It's great in Garforth that we've got this pilot scheme, and what they're wanting to do is put into different measures so we stop getting flooded by putting in obvious measures rather than building a massive wall of steel. They've got some ideas, and they're very, very good ideas. So to be part of that is great. And also, there's a QR code and a URL that you can register on. So you need to register that you go in. They want 20 people. And in it for you, the bonuses, they're going to give you a £75 voucher for just attending and going to have a look and being part of that. So go and have a look at the details. Like I said, they're all up on our socials and on the website if you look. So coming up later today will be our app, which a lot of people use, but we've had a few technical issues with it. So a new QR code is coming out today, so you can scan it, which is a bit mad because you have to use desktop or laptop to scan a QR code on your phone or pass it to someone else and get registered. So that makes it easier finding local businesses. A few things coming up. Obviously, quiz night at the Podger. Quiz night at the Podger. Quirky's tomorrow. Quirky's also have on Saturday the 31st a visit to Quirky's Ales tap room. Do go and have a look. That's from 1:30. Some things coming up later in the year. If you want to know about advertising, please do contact me. Tell me what you want from advertising. I can tell you what you need, but as a small business, just pick up the phone, send a quick email if it's easier, and tell me what you want. And this year, let's get you soon. Have a beautiful day. The sun is out at least. And how many times have people told you today how cold it is? I bet you're up to 10, 11. But guess what? Ooh, it's a bit chilly.